Good. Hello YouTube. How you all doing? I just have to give up trying to say that I'm gonna take a break of the camera. I just have to give up that until whenever the break happens and we all experience it together. Especially this time of a year. Ooh, so hard to take a break of the camera. So today I'm gonna do a quick get ready with me while I'm gonna be telling you guys the stuff that I do, the stuff that I did that helped me recovered from my coronavirus slash COVID-19. Bear in mind, I wasn't tested, but I was 95% sure this is what I have. I am still recovering. I am not 100% there yet. So, just to put that out there. So I'm going to show you guys how to wrap your hair when you have no hair. You can use that or anything, to give you some hair. So how you guys doing? I hope you guys coping well with this hard time of the year. Everything will be fine. We just have to stay positive no matter how hard it is. I know it's very hard sometimes to stay positive in a time like this, but that's when we need to stay positive more than ever. So we can't give up ourselves when we need ourselves most. We have to still fight to stay positive no matter how hard it is. It's doable. We can do it. I'm not going to use this one. So I'm going to use this one. Let me see. So I'm just gonna do like this, Just a simple head tie. Simple but cute. I'm gonna go to the shops, so. And I know people are gonna say, ooh, you're talking about you having COVID-19 and going to the shops. Look, I've been to the shops a few days ago. I think it was 3 or 4 days ago. Can't remember. 4 days ago or so. 4 or 5 days ago, to be honest. Oh, it's a while now. Can't remember. I think it's 4 or 5 days ago. Definitely. But that was just about 2 weeks from the day I start feeling the symptoms to when I went to the shops. Okay? So let's all calm down. And bear in mind, I wasn't tested, but I have at least 95% feelings that this is what I have. Why is 95% only? Is because it's not only anyway, but okay. I mean, why is 95% is that I had all the symptoms, well, most of the symptoms, but I don't have the cough. So I don't have the cough, and this is why some people think I don't have it when I was telling them this, but it's so annoying that they're thinking I don't have it just because I don't have the cough. Simply because I don't have the cough, but what I have is worse than the cough. Honestly, I never experienced the cough, so I shouldn't say that. But I had the breathing problem, and the breathing problem is not a joke. It's real, people. I do made a video then when the breathing was little. I think it was day number 3 of that breathing problem when I made that video, just to motivate people, to tell them that, that even if they're feeling like this, they shouldn't be scared. God is good. But it's my language. The video is still up here. I haven't deleted. but it's my language. And then I made a video on my Facebook to try to tell people that everything will be fine, that even if they're feeling like they have the symptoms, they shouldn't be worried. And I do have a lot of good what's the word, response, people praying for me and just worrying for me and praying. And I do have a couple of people thinking that I shouldn't come to Facebook for saying this, because that this is serious. I shouldn't come and announce myself to the world that this is what's wrong with me. I'm like, who tell you I'm announcing myself to the world like I'm proud of what's wrong with me? I'm only doing it to tell people that if this is what's wrong with them, they shouldn't be too worried. They will be fine. Like they should just pray, because they're not alone in this, and we're all gonna pray together. And I was also hoping that once I come to show you guys the reality, and God magically help me and I get over it, I can also come and tell you guys, look, I'm fine. So you guys will be fine when you are in this situation, And this was my reason why. Also, I wanted my government to help people in my country and give them the fund, give them the money they need to stay at home. Because if they're telling the people to stay at home without giving them any help, how are they going to stay at home with no food, no money, nothing? So this is why I did the video, but people were some of them were seeing it negatively and just going crazy. But then after that, a lot of people that start having the virus, then were contacting me, asking me what have I done to recover, that they're feeling what I was talking about in the video that I was feeling. And I tried to tell them, a couple of them, but now I just want to do this video for all of you that are watching me, so learn if you have any of the symptoms or family who have it. I hope none of you should have it. But hey, these nightmare symptoms are here, and sometimes we have it. So I'm going to just tell you guys what I was feeling and what I was doing, so we can just recover from it. I'm going to explain that after I finish my makeup, but I'm still going to be talking about positivity and what we should do and what I was doing to help me, which is the positivity. I'm going to be talking about that when I'm doing the quick makeup. So yeah, my name is Ami Job, and I am from West Africa, the Gambia, and I live in Scotland. Yeah. So I've been doing videos for a couple of years now, but I was doing it on Facebook. But now I'm more focused on my YouTube channel. I want to make it kind of like international, not just for my community. So I do speak different languages that I can speak. I speak my language, and then I speak another local language from my country, and I also speak another local language from my country that I'm not very good at, which is Fula. I'm also not very good at Mandinka, by the way, but I try. And then I speak also English, which I'm not very good at, but I try. But I hardly do Fula videos here. But I normally do the 3 languages, which is English, Wolof, and Mandinka. So I talk about lifestyle and how to improve your life and your mentality to the better. And I also talk about positivity and how to appreciate and how to get rid of pain, childhood trauma, stuff like that. And I talk about child marriage and just so many different things that I talk about here, things that I've been through and things that I've not been through, but I just don't like anyone going through it. I also talk about those things. And normally my videos are long, so for anyone who is looking for a quick 2 minutes video, you cannot be viewing my channels. I hardly ever do quick 2 minutes videos. Most of my videos are long because I like to take my time and explain things bit by bit. And I normally like to go different areas of the problem and stuff like that. So yeah, that's just a brief explanation of who I am and the things I do on this channel. Oh my god, I did a big eyeliner. I'm so bad at eyeliner. So when I feel like I was having this virus thingy, even before I start feeling that I was having it, even the moment this virus thing was, being published and people start talking about it, on the news and everywhere, and I was seeing it in China and everything, what I was doing straight away was just praying that this virus will not damage the world, like strike us humans, So I was praying that not to happen, and then I was also praying that if the worst come to worst and I or any family member have this virus, I pray that it's not gonna get worse. It's not gonna be like really bad and like really damaging and like kill me or kill a family member or something. I do make a couple of prayers like that, okay? And then I just leave it to it and I keep staying positive. I wasn't focusing on protecting myself properly. This is just the sad truth. I'm very laid back and I'm very African, and I feel like what's meant to happen to you will happen to you, and when it's not your time, you're not gonna die. I feel like that a lot most of the time. Having said that, I'm very scared and I try to protect myself a lot. When it's come to my health, I try to eat healthy over the years. I do like unhealthy food, but I love healthy food. From moringa to baobab to hibiscus to nuts to fess and just salad, vegetable, water, you name it, everything. I love healthy stuff. Not just for the taste, but also for my health. But they taste good too. So I've been eating good vitamins and minerals and whatever you call it, type of a food all these years. Okay? Especially whenever I go to my country, the Gambia, we have a lot of baobab and hibiscus, and I normally will bring a lot, that I can eat until when I go back to Gambia or when I see someone, going and they can bring me some more. So I guess over the years, my immune system is not that bad because I eat a lot of this good stuff. Even though I can eat chocolate or whatever sometimes, I still will eat a lot of this good stuff. A couple of times a week at least, or at least 4 or 5 times a week, all the time, most of the time. At least every day sometime for some of them, like hibiscus, ginger, and even turmeric powder. Just so many stuff that I can't live without for one day. When I am in my house, which I'm always in my house. So when I was going out shopping and I hear the news talking about the COVID-19 or coronavirus, whatever you call it, going, attacking people more and more, I wasn't like wearing masks or like protecting myself like I should, I even after I start going, at first I was just going to the shops without washing my shopping and stuff, or I would also order stuff. I was even ordering stuff from China, and still now I do, not all the time, but I do still now. For example, this dress I'm wearing is from China, and I ordered this not long ago. This arrived, I think it's like less than a week ago. It's from the company called Shein. It's oversized, though I ordered 3X. I shouldn't, but I love it because I'm learning to wear more bigger clothes now. So I wasn't protecting myself fully. Okay, let's just be honest. So I was still like trying to wash my hands when I get home, and me and my children, we always wash our hands the moment we get home. Okay, I have my 2 children here. But I wasn't like protecting myself when I go to the shops. I wasn't like wearing masks or like just running away from people too much and stuff, But I wasn't also washing my shopping when I get home. For example, you wash the can of milk, the gallon of milk, you wash it and just wash even everything. I wasn't doing that at first. I'm trying to do it now, but I guess I should have done it then. So this whole thing started, it's nearly 3 weeks now. This Tuesday pass, make it 2 weeks. This Tuesday pass, make it 2 weeks since I had it. So when I first had it, I didn't know it was the COVID-19 or whatever you call it, I was just thinking it's maybe my body is sore. So I was having a pain body. Okay, I'm going to talk about what helped me most before I even start talking about the symptoms, because I'm doing the makeup and I don't want to be talking about the symptoms when I cannot focus. So what helped me most is the motivation, is the staying positive. I was staying positive no matter what, even though it was painful sometimes and my chest, it was so scary. I was feeling like, oh my God, what's gonna happen to me in my chest? And there was a time my chest was really bad, but I was kind of hiding it from families. I didn't want to tell them how bad it was, But deep down, I was forcing myself to stay positive, When the fear was arriving, I was just telling myself that, no, this cannot do me nothing. I'm not going to die because of that. Nothing going to happen to me. God is not going to allow that. And I was saying to myself, God, all the good deeds I did in life, I need you to help me and pay me back now. Every good thing I ever did in life, I need you now. So I was saying that to myself, and of course my mom was praying for me as well. I didn't hide it from my mom. I didn't tell her how bad it was, but I didn't hide it that I think I had this. I didn't hide it. So I was praying and praying and praying and praying, in my heart. I wasn't praying like going on the prayer mat and pray. I wasn't doing that. I was doing that, but not regularly, okay? Because there was a time that my body was so weak and stuff, for at least 3 days. So I was praying, but I wasn't praying every like 5 times, like regularly. I'm not going to lie here. So I will pray like morning and evening, or morning, afternoon and evening and stuff like this, because it was really bad. I was just lying in the bed for like 3 days. Not lying all day. I tried to force myself to go out, in the bathroom, and then just go in the kitchen, try to make something to eat, but then I was also like, but the children gonna go in the kitchen. I shouldn't go in the kitchen. But I was still going in the kitchen. But when I was in the kitchen, I was trying not to touch stuff, like too much. I was trying to wash stuff that I touch, and just, it was crazy. But I do go to the kitchen like at least 2-3 times a day, when it was still really bad, because I was forcing myself to not just stay in the bed all day, And I was also trying to stand up from my bed and just like try to do some little move, just whatever, slowly stretch a little bit and just try to arrange my bedroom, try to pick stuff, fold clothes, and just try to tire my body and then lie down again. Because my body was so painful, And I was just forcing my body to not be like so weak and lying on one place and just feeling sad and thinking negative, So I was forcing my body to wake up and just find a bright and get over it. So I was doing that, and then I was in the room for like 3 days. Day number 4, I come out in the living room when my son was in his room. My daughter can stay in the living room, but not much. Most of the time she stay in her room. But my son is the one that normally stay in the bedroom, in the living room, because his room doesn't have internet. When he's in his room, he cannot play his game. He have to be in the living room to play the game. But sometimes he'll be in his room. So the day number 4, I was really fed up of sitting in the bedroom. So when I know that my son was not in the living room, I then came to the living room, And I stay in that corner. And after when my son came to the living room, I tell him, stay away don't near me, stay far away from me. And he was like, why? I said, I told you I have 95% feeling that I have this virus, so do not near me. And he was staying away from me, staying there. But my daughter, she even tried to hug me and kiss me a couple of times when I told her not to, but she loved hugging me and kissing me in the evening before bedtime. So see that. But I thank God the children are fine still, nothing wrong with them. I hope nothing will happen to them. So, so all of that happened, you know, and then when I was, the chest continue, I keep forcing myself, you know, after I think it was day number 5 or day number 6, something like that, I can't remember. After the first pain, after I first start having the chest pain, it was the day number 5 or number 6, I can't remember, when I did a video here and I did a little kid makeup, just did a video, tried to cheer myself up. Can't remember what I was talking about, but I did that video, is still there. I think it's in my language though, can't remember. So how the whole thing started is why I said I think 95% that I have this virus that time. I hope it's still not there, but my chest is not paining anymore. 100% I have air now for a long time now. I have air now for a couple of days, fully recovered from the air thing. It's very slow healing, by the way. So like I said, when this Tuesday passed and today is Friday, this Tuesday passed, make it 2 weeks since I start feeling this thing, okay? But the chest was still, the 2 weeks, when this Tuesday arrived, this Tuesday passed, right? I was still feeling like my chest was not completely healed. I still have to like breathe with my mouth sometimes, okay? But now I can talk without breathing with my mouth fully for a couple of days now. But this Tuesday, I was still needing my mouth sometimes, especially when I'm doing a long talk like this, you know, continuously talking, then I have to need my mouth to help me. Okay, I was then losing air. So I'm gonna just briefly explain how this whole symptom things happen and what I was doing, okay, to help myself and why I didn't get tested. I live in Scotland, so when I first started feeling these symptoms, it was like 3 to 4 days before I can start having the chest pain, okay? But thank God I wasn't going shopping those days because I already did a lot of shopping. I didn't do too much, but there's a shopping that I did for 120 or something with my friend, and then I did another shopping for £40 or something, and then another shopping for £30 or so in 1 week, just to make sure I have things, you know. And then I was like, I'm going to take a break from shopping because now they're saying the coronavirus is hitting the UK and it's getting worse and worse, so I need to then stay away from going to the shops because I don't drive. So, and I have my 2 children, I have to go to the shop most of the time to get stuff. And I'm alone, so no one is gonna like shop for me if I don't go. So what am I gonna do? For some of you that are gonna say that, why are you going to the shops? And don't even bother trying to talk about the online shopping, especially this time of the year, worst ever. So then when I didn't go to the shops for like 4 or 5 days, something like that, that's the day my chest started. But this time that I didn't go, my body was sore. It was like I would wake up and my body would be sore because I was like, I want to go for a long walk or something because I've not been jogging now and exercising. Maybe that's why my body is tired, you know, and like I was thinking that, yeah, but not knowing that it was this nightmare virus maybe. So then I just didn't go for exercise, jogging or anything. And then my body was sore for 1 day, and the next day my body was getting worse sore, and the day after I was even complaining it, you know, to this person that I'm talking to, and I tell him that my body is sore, you know, but I didn't complain too much because I wasn't thinking it's this virus or anything. I was just thinking, oh, it will go away, whatever, you know. And then the day number 3 or 4, I can't remember which one of the day, is when I wake up in the morning and my chest was just like it's full of smoke or something, you know, like there's some creatures that grabbing my chest or my lungs or something, or it's filled with smoke or something, or like it's filled with water or something, like really heavy and uncomfortable and kind of painful as well, and kind of I had to need my mouth to breathe. And I was like, oh, I just tell him, I think I have the coronavirus, babe. He was like, what? Subhanallah, don't say that to yourself. Don't waste that to yourself. I said, I'm not wasting it. I have this pain that they're saying, and my body is a little warm. I have a little bit of temperature. I said, now my chest, I never feel this in my whole life. I said, and I don't have a chest problem. I don't have asthma, nothing. And now, from nowhere, my chest, I said, I never feel this feeling in my chest. And even for talking to him then, I have to need my mouth to talk. I couldn't talk like this. And he was like, oh no, maybe it's just a cold or something. Maybe he said he didn't want to scare me then. So I was like, oh my God. And I just keep calling Allah's name and stuff. And I told my sister straight away in Africa when she called me, and I told my mom. No, I didn't tell her. I didn't tell my mom straight away. I didn't tell my sister the same day as well. I think I told my sister day number 3. But straight away, what I did is I tried to do research, look up what to do, and I see people saying that you have to drink warm water, So I was drinking that, but I don't have ginger. Because this time when I went shopping, there was no ginger in the shops. This time that I told you before this thing strike me, there was no ginger in the shops. There was no lemon, nothing in the shops near me. So, because everybody was buying it to keep in it or what, for in case. So then when I find out that I have to drink some ginger or whatever, and there was no ginger, so I had some lemon then. I was lucky, fresh lemon. So I was just doing lemon and tea, and I was also doing, and also when I did that Facebook Live day number 3, people advised me also, you have to do some garlic with Somebody told me to chew the garlic. Oh, I nearly died. It was so painful. And I wake up in the morning without eating nothing, and I chew the garlic. That was more painful than the job of the chest pain. When I chewed that garlic with, I was like, Allah, I thought you were not going to kill me now. I was saying all sort for like 10-20 minutes before it can just settle. So I never will chew the garlic again in an empty tummy, but yeah. So when the body was paining me, like for those couple of days, and the chest started, so when I told this person this, and then he said to me that you have to then try to don't lie in bed, because if you lie in bed, I think I also read that somewhere, they say you need to rest, but some people saying don't rest too much. If you have a little bit of strength, try to move, You know how people put different information. So I say, okay. So I then just try to not stay in bed all the time. So I said then I was going to get up and just come to the living room or something and do something. So I said to my daughters to come and help me. I know, now I'm thinking. I said to my daughter to come and help me. Let's move the dining table to the other side of the room. Now I'm thinking, why did I do that? But thank God nothing happened to my children. But I first tell my son, okay, the night before I wake up with the heart thingy, the night before I had the feeling it was the corona thingy, I told my son, tomorrow we're going to move the dining table to this side of the room instead of that side of the room, and we move the TV there, it's better. And then he said yes. So when you wake up, when I was feeling like that, I still wasn't sure it's the corona thingy, but I do say it to this person, and he said to me, it's not that, it might be just flu. I said, you're right, maybe it's just a flu, but how is my chest feeling like this? So my mind was, but then I didn't think about it, like I shouldn't come and ask my son to help me move this. But then I also was thinking, okay, I have to stay away from the children, but I also said, they say you can pass this disease before you even know you have it, you can pass it to people. So, and I was mixing with the children this whole time. I guess if I'm going to pass it to them, then they already have it, but I pray they should not have it. But then I was lying in bed, and then I don't know what happened. I think I just wake up and I just get scared of lying in bed when the chest was getting worse. After I drink the hot thing and it was still not going, I just jump, and say I'm going to just get up and try to make myself do something so my body's not sick, So I forced myself to come to the living room. I went and have a hot shower, and then I came here, and I told my son to help me to move the sofa, do the table, and my son was saying that he want to play his game after he will help me. I said no. And I tell him, go to your room and play your game there, because we're moving the TV to the other side. Take the game to your room. Me and your sister will do it. And then he went to his room, and I asked the sister to come here. So she came and we moved the table, we are chatting, and I told her, my chest is really paining. My chest had this weird thingy, like there's smoke or water or whatever grabbing my chest, and it's heavy and weird, and even feeling little tickly or tingly or whatever, and just weird. I said, I think it's this virus, but hope not. She's like, no, Mom, God forbid, it's not the virus. And then she helped me remove the table and everything. And then my son came when we were hoovering the house. When I was hoovering, my son came and said, "Can I please, come back to the living room with my game?" I said, "No, stay there because you refuse to help me." He's like, "Please, mom." I'm like, "I said stay there. Don't make me angry." And just the moment I feel that, annoying, anger, whatever, how sometimes parents feel when the children are not listening. The moment I feel that, my chest just lost breathing. And I just dropped myself on the sofa here. And I was like, Allah, God. I was like, in my mind, I was calling God's name. I was like this, and my son was like, "Mom, what happened? Mom, what happened? You having a heart attack or something? Mom, talk. Mom, should I call 99?" And she was running to me, and I'm like, "No, stay." Because then I was thinking, this is definitely the coronavirus, and I don't want my daughter to near me. She come near me, and I said, "No, stay where you are. Move." She's like, "Mom, what happened?" And she wanted to cry and everything, and she grabbed her phone. And, "Mom, if you don't talk, I'm going to call 99. And I was just like this the whole time. I couldn't talk. I was doing all kind, And she said, "Mom, I'm going to call 99 if you don't talk." And I said, "No, I do like this." Oh, it's a nightmare. And then she was like, "What happened, Mom? What happened?" Talking about it, just bringing even this whole thing back. And then my daughter then, stayed here where I am now. And I was there. So I survived that 10 minutes struggle to breathe. After that, it was getting better. And I tell her, "Can you please make me some hot water to drink?" I told her that, and she went and made me some hot water, and I choked myself to drink it hot. And then I was managing, and I ran to my room. And I stayed there. I said, "Whoop, I think this is the coronavirus." So, and then I start calling so I can get tested. In the UK, they said you have to call this 11 number. When I called my GP number, they said, if you have symptoms that you think is the coronavirus, call 111, whatever. I called the 111, never answer for so long. I never been hold on the phone for that long in my entire life. I just had to give up. And they say that if you have really bad emergency, whatever, you have to call 99. But if it's just coronavirus symptom, you have to stay on the line. This kind of thing. So I didn't want to call 99. But they do say if you cannot breathe, you have to call 99. Now I'm thinking I should have called 99 then. But I was scared to call 99 then. Because I was thinking if I call 99, they're going to take me. And what's going to happen to my children? Who is going to take my children? Who is going to harm them? And if I am going to infect them, I already must infect them, they're not even knowing. Because they say you can infect these people before you even have the symptom. So, and then if I already infect them, God forbid, and they take me and they take them, I was just thinking all over. So I just said, I'm going to stay here so I stay in the room. And I just keep calling Allah's name and just keep going to the kitchen myself to make the hot water, because then I was even scared to ask them to make it. So I made the hot water 3 times that day with lemon and tea, just black tea with lemon and honey. That's all. There was no ginger. And there was no honey at first. What am I talking about? So just black tea with sugar and lemon. And then after that, I was staying in the house for 2 days later, and then I decided to order some ginger from Amazon. This ginger is very good. I'm going to try to put it in the video. I'm going to try to put the picture of it or something so you can see if you want to order it from Amazon. It's the ginger drink. I think it's also China made. I'm like, we cannot escape China. We cannot run away from China. I don't believe this disease is a man-made, by the way, or it's because China is bad or something. I believe it's just a job or something that happened. It's like the Black Death or something, When some mad breakout come, it's just gonna strike us. Even though people say that people were mentioning the name before people have it, so they must create it, they must know about it. No, I still don't believe no one created. I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna have to deal with them, after dunya. If they don't create it, God gonna punish me for saying that. So yeah. So all of this happened, and then I was like, oh my God. So, and then the day number 3, when my chest was really bad, it was not really bad. What am I talking about? When it was really bad is when I was dying here on the sofa. The first day that it struck me, that's when it was really bad here in the sofa, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So the day number 3, when it was still painful, I was still feeling these things, grabbing my chest even more and just uncomfortable to talk and breathe. But it was not as bad as what I was doing that day, like trying to breathe. So I made a Facebook live video and explained to my people, what I'm feeling and how the government should help people to have oxygen and stuff. This whole time I was calling the number and I still never get help. So the day number 2, I called the NHS 11 number again, no answer again. The day number 3, I call it again, no answer again. So I just then have to give up calling that number and just continue to find a better job. So I just continue curing myself with this hot water. And then when I told my sister at day number 3 or day number 2, I told her I think I have this virus. She told me that they said hot water is good, but also try to steam yourself. So I did steam myself then, that do help. She also told me to go and have a warm bath, like a really extremely warm bath. And I couldn't think of that even though I have the bath in my house and she doesn't have a bath in Africa, but she told me this. So I went and have a really extremely hot bath, which I put baking soda in the bath. I like to put baking soda in my bath sometimes. I don't know why, I'm weird. I put like a lot of baking soda and I just lie in it extremely hot bath and I keep adding hot water for like 50 or 40 minutes. I was there. When I go out, my chest was really better. So, and I just continue drinking this, and then this ginger drink that I told you guys arrived from China or wherever it came from. It arrived after 5 days or so. It takes a while to arrive, by the way. So I was drinking it then, and it gets better. I think it arrived day 4 or day 5 after ordering it. So I was eating fish. When I was eating that time, I was having lack of appetite. So I was eating just 2 times a day. This is what I normally do anyway. Like for example, I've not ate yet. So because I'm doing this intermittent fasting, that I just ate lunch and dinner. So I was waking up and drinking the ginger sometime with. I was waking up and drinking the ginger sometime with turmeric powder and with lemon and honey. But I was drinking this after 4 days. The first time I don't have any honey, I don't have any ginger. It was just black tea with lemon and sugar. And just hot water or black tea and hibiscus. I have hibiscus in the house. I was drinking that sometime, not all the time. Like maybe once a day or something. And I was also eating baobab. I have baobab in the house and I know baobab have a lot of good stuff in it. So I was just eating the baobab with some milk, mixing it and drink it like once a day or something. But I didn't do that every time. I did that I think two times only and I just leave it. Because I don't know. I wasn't having appetite. Appetite was the word. So and then it kept getting better, like slowly. I eat fish. When it was really bad those 2 days, I ate fish that I just boiled with some lemon and pepper and salt, little bit of seasoning. It's called pepper soup in Africa. If you look up fish pepper soup, I just cook simple one. You put little water in the fish, put lemon, put chili powder, put little bit of onion, and just little bit of seasoning like stock cube and salt. Just boil it for like 15 minutes and just put it away and eat it, drink the soup when it's really hot. I eat that 2 times because in Africa that's what we do when we have cold or flu. It's called fish pepper soup, Gambian way. So I also was eating just whatever. I think I even ate the children pizza or something the day number 3 or 4, can't remember. So I wasn't like focusing on what I'm eating, but I was also trying to have like some fruit because then we have a lot of fruit shopping in the house. So I will have like, I didn't have orange then, but I will have like watermelon, apple, grapes, whatever, kiwis. So that's all. And I will have like porridge for lunch. Or sometimes my daughter will make these oat cookies that is so yummy. I will have 2 of them for lunch and I will just have dinner. I was still eating 2 times a day like I'm doing. But sometimes I'll have some fruit after dinner or before lunch then because I was weak. So my body was just getting weak at first and then with the chest add to it and then it started getting better slowly, all together. The weakness of the body and the chest is healing together. Until now, I am not 100% completely done yet. No, even though it's over 2 weeks. So, it's still, my chest is held, but it's not completely held. I know my own chest. So, So yeah, and I am going shopping. It's not I am going shopping because I want to give it to people or whatever, but I need to do shopping for me and my children, and I don't know if I have this or not. No one can pick the call, no one can test me, but I know I have some symptoms that I think is this, but I don't have the cough. So yeah, I feel all of these symptoms, but I don't know 100% if I have this virus, okay? Because I've not been tested. So, but I think 90% or 95% I have it, because this kind of chest, I never feel it before. And they describe the chest pain exactly like mine, but I don't have the cough. And I've not been tested. But I have the throat too. The throat artery after first the body pain. After that, the body pain and the weakness, and a little bit of temperature. After that, the chest artery. After that, the throat artery. It was like my throat here was like something is like was paining inside, like when you have a bad cold or something. But that was bad for like 1 or 2. One day, the first day it was okay. The day number 2 it was bad. Like when I'm talking, you can tell. And the day number 3 it was getting better. So it continued getting better. So, and then I was having headache. When I was really recovering, when my chest was starting to get back to normal and my body pain was getting better, I was having headache for like 3 days continuously. Headache that was coming between 5 and 6. I would have like a sharp pain on my head, bum, for like 10 minutes or so, and it would stop. Bear in mind, I don't drink any painkillers regularly. I drink painkillers twice this whole time. I hate medicine, okay? So, but yeah, that's just what happened. That's what I was doing to cure myself at home. Hopefully you guys learned some tips on this. And the main thing was just I was staying positive. I was thinking, okay, I think 95% I have this or 90%, but this is not going to do me nothing. I'm going to be fine. I will get away with this. God is with me. Whatever, So I was just feeling that and calling Allah's name, saying La ilaha illallah, subhanallah, astaghfirullah, whatever. Praying when I can. Tell my mom in Africa I'm not hiding from her. I always tell her whatever I'm up to. She was praying for me as well. And my older sister as well praying. I wasn't hiding it from nobody. Okay? So, it's no need to be scared when you have these things. And it's no need for you to hide it from people and get scared. Nothing will happen to you. Just stay positive. Believe that you'll be fine. And just try to drink warm stuff as much as you can. Try to have a warm bath. You should have it even more than I did. I only have it twice the whole time. You should have it every day if you can. It will help. Steam your face. It will help. Drink a lot of warm stuff. Try to have some ginger stuff in the house. Drink ginger, honey, and lemon. And just, you'll be fine. Do not think you're going to die or get scared and get sick. Be positive. Our body do what we tell our body. When we feel like something going to happen to us, it's most likely it's going to happen. When we feel like nothing going to happen, most likely nothing will happen. So, I wish everybody good luck, and I pray nobody should have these symptoms. They're painful, to be honest. But I pray if anyone have it, they will get away, they will heal. I pray we all get over this virus soon, and I pray we get back to normal and life will get better. And yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye. Good luck.